Hi, my name is Mannix Lewis, and this is my presentation about the movie Freedom Writers and how it connects to the topic Why Ethnic Studies Matters by Ron Espiritu. So, Freedom Writers is a drama movie directed by Richard LaGravenese, and it was released in 2007. The movie is based on a true story about a teacher named Aaron Ruel who works with students from different racial and ethnic backgrounds in Long Beach, California, pretty close to home. So many of the students deal with racism, violence, stereotypes, poverty, and discrimination, both inside and outside of school. At first, the students are divided by race and do not trust each other, you know what I'm saying, because that's just what they was taught, you know what I'm saying. You can't, it's not something that you could just push aside, that you was taught this and now you gotta live your life based on this. But throughout the movie, they begin to understand each other's experiences and learn how racism affects all of their lives. So basically just leveling up, just evolution, human evolution. Not literally, but they're just becoming more aware, like this is stupid, like, you understand what I'm trying to say? The reason I chose this movie is because it connects really well to the lecture Why Ethnic Studies Matters by Mr. Espiritu. In the lecture, Espiritu explains that ethnic studies is important because it helps people understand history, identity, and racism, inequality, and the experiences of just different communities and different things that maybe they're not so used to growing up. He explains that many people only learn history from one perspective and that ethnic studies gives voices to groups that are often ignored or stereotyped. This connects to Freedom Writers because the students in the movie feel invisible and misunderstood by society and also by their school system. Most people judge them based on their race, the neighborhoods they come from, or gang stereotypes instead of understanding who they really are. One important part of the movie is when the students begin writing journals about their personal lives. Through writing and sharing their stories, they realize they all experience pain, discrimination, fear, and unfair treatment, even though they come from different backgrounds. This connects to ethnic studies because the class helps them understand each other's culture and experiences instead of saying separated by stereotypes and hate. So basically just beginning to realize, oh, okay, this is stupid, we can break this cycle, let's love each other, because why not? The movie shows how education can really break down racism and create an understanding between people of different races. It also connects to one of the readings from class, The Invention of Race by Dorothy Roberts from the book of Fatal Invention. In the reading, Roberts explains that race is socially and politically created instead of being biological. She argues that race was used throughout history to separate and create systems of inequality. This reading explains how laws in society created racial categories to give some more groups more power opportunities than others. This idea connects directly to Freedom Writers because students are constantly judged because of race and stereotypes. The school separates students based on assumptions about who is dangerous, smart, or successful. Many teachers in the movie expect the students to fail because of where they come from, but the movie shows that racism is not natural, but something created by society through stereotypes, segregation, unequal treatment. That is similar to what Dorothy Roberts explains in the reading. Another connection between the movie and ethnic studies is how neighborhoods and schools are affected by inequality. Many of the students in the movie come from poor communities with violence and fewer opportunities. Ethnic studies helps explain history, discrimination, and segregation affects the communities today. The movie shows that students are affected by larger social problems, not just personal choices. This is important because it helps people understand that inequality is connected to systems of society. I could also use what I learned from this class in my future career as a real estate agent. Real estate has history connected to racism and housing discrimination in the past. Some groups were prevented from buying certain homes in certain neighborhoods because of their race. Even today, some communities were experience inequality because of housing prices, stereotypes, and access to opportunities. Learning about ethnic studies can help real estate agents understand these issues and treat all clients fairly and respectfully. For example, if I become a real estate agent, I would want to make sure I never judge my clients based on race, language, culture, clothes, where they come from, how they're looking, because you never know who's hiding in plain sight. I would also want to understand the history of different neighborhoods and how discrimination affected them in the past. This class has taught me that understanding people's backgrounds and experiences is important when working with diverse communities. Ethnic studies can help people become more respectful, open-minded, and aware of inequality in society. Overall, Freedom Riders connect strongly to the lecture Why Ethnic Studies Matters, because the movie shows how education and understanding different cultures can help fight with racism and stereotypes. It also connects to the reading by Dorothy Roberts because both explain that race and equality are created by society and institutions, not biology. The movie demonstrates why learning about different ethnic groups and histories matters today. They can help people understand each other better and create a more equal society.